Hey everyone, welcome back to RideZoneBikes. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most surprising and talked about launches of the upcoming year at the 2026 Honda Super Cub 160 Enduro. Honda has taken its legendary and iconic Super Cub heritage and given it a whole new adventure twist. This isn't just a simple upgrade, it's a reimagining of one of the most recognizable two-wheelers on the planet, now adapted for riders who crave freedom beyond the pavement. Let's break it all down: design, performance, features, and the all-important price in this full RideZoneBikes review. From the first look, the 2026 Super Cub 160 Enduro carries that unmistakable Cub silhouette at the smooth curves, the compact frame, and the friendly, approachable stance that have defined it for decades. But this version isn't afraid to get dirty. Honda's designers have injected a rugged, adventure-ready attitude into the familiar frame. The fenders are raised, the tires are chunkier, and there's a protective skid plate under the engine. You'll notice a bit more clearance and a hint of off-road purpose. It's still cute, but now it's capable too. The frame is likely a reinforced steel backbone with additional bracing to handle the stress of unpaved roads, and the side panels have been slightly redesigned to improve access to service points and add structural toughness. Up front, the round LED headlight remains an nod to the Cub's timeless design, but it now sits higher and deeper within a mini cowl that gives it a more purposeful adventure bike look. LED indicators and taillights complete the modern lighting setup. The digital dash is compact but informative, showing all the essentials: speed, fuel, trip meter, and possibly a gear indicator or clock. Everything feels minimalist yet premium, with Honda's usual fit and finish quality. The seating position is noticeably taller compared to the standard Super Cub 125. The new Enduro variant aims for an upright posture suitable for long rides and better control on loose terrain. The seat is flat and slightly longer, making it more comfortable for two-up riding. Foot pegs are metal with extra grip, and the handlebar setup is wider, giving you more leverage on tricky trails. The suspension has been given serious attention: 8 telescopic forks at the front with increased travel and twin adjustable shocks at the rear. These changes make the Enduro version more compliant over bumps and potholes while still keeping the ride smooth on tarmac. Spoked wheels wrapped in semi-knobby dual-purpose tires hint at the bike's off-road aspirations. Underneath all that style is the heart of the new Super Cub 160 Enduro, a 160cc single-cylinder engine, likely air-cooled or possibly liquid-cooled for durability. This engine is based on Honda's tried-and-true small-displacement platform, tuned for both efficiency and punchy low-end torque. Power output should hover around 15 horsepower, and torque is expected to be around 14 Nm. The motor is paired with Honda's PGM5 fuel injection system for crisp throttle response and consistent fuel economy. You can expect somewhere around 55 to 60 km per liter under typical riding conditions, making it both fun and incredibly frugal. Transmission-wise, Honda seems to be keeping things simple and rider-friendly: a semi-automatic 4-speed gearbox without a manual clutch lever. That means you just toe the shifter, and the bike takes care of clutching automatically. This design makes it super approachable for beginners, city commuters, or anyone who doesn't want to fuss with a clutch lever while weaving through traffic or navigating off-road sections. The gearing feels well spaced, and first gear is low enough to handle inclines or gravel paths with confidence. In terms of braking, expect a front disc brake paired with a rear drum or disc depending on region. Honda will almost certainly equip it with single-channel ABS, which adds a layer of safety on slippery roads. The suspension setup gives it around 180 mm of ground clearance, perfect for light trails and rough roads. Wet weight should fall between 120 and 130 kilograms, making it light enough for easy handling and parking yet substantial enough to feel stable at higher speeds. Performance-wise, the 2026 Super Cub 160 Enduro isn't about raw power, it's about usability. It cruises comfortably at 80 to 90 km per hour, and it'll top out around 110 to 115 km per hour. That makes it perfectly suited for both city commuting and country exploration. The engine feels smooth, the power delivery linear, and the exhaust note has a deeper thump compared to older Cubs. On light trails, it feels surprisingly composed. The suspension soaks up bumps well, and the upright position gives you good visibility and balance. It's not a dirt bike, but it'll happily take you on back roads, gravel stretches, and even forest paths without breaking a sweat. The biggest selling point, however, is versatility. The Super Cub 160 Enduro bridges the gap between urban practicality and outdoor exploration. It's the kind of bike you can ride to work every day and then take on a weekend camping trip without thinking twice. It's easy to ride, affordable to maintain, and looks charming enough to turn heads wherever you go. Honda's build quality and parts availability add confidence that this is a machine built to last. Other details worth mentioning include USB charging ports, possible keyless ignition, and optional accessories like front tracks, rear luggage mounts, and small wind deflectors. Honda has also refined the seat padding and added vibration damping in the handlebar mounts to improve long ride comfort. The paint options are expected to include earthy tones like matte green, desert sand, and a classic Honda red with black trim. When it comes to pricing, early indicators place the 2026 Super Cub 160 Enduro around $4,200 to $4,500 depending on the market. In Southeast Asia and India, it might start closer to $3,799 equivalent, making it an attractive upgrade for those moving up from scooters or smaller Cubs. Given its mix of character, practicality, and adventurous capability, that price seems fair. The Super Cub has always been about accessibility and reliability, and Honda hasn't forgotten that with this Enduro version. It's still approachable for new riders but offers just enough grit and toughness for those who want a taste of adventure. You're getting a genuine Honda product with a legacy of over 100 million units sold globally, now wearing hiking boots instead of city shoes. So, who's this bike for? It's perfect for riders who value simplicity, efficiency, and a bit of retro flair but don't want to be limited to paved roads, commuters who live in mixed terrain areas, delivery riders who need reliability, or hobbyists who want a stylish yet practical weekend machine will all find something to love here. It's not for hardcore off-roaders or highway tourers, but it nails that sweet middle ground. In summary, the 2026 Honda Super Cub 160 Enduro is one of those bikes that you can't help but smile at. It's nostalgic, capable, efficient, and beautifully balanced. Honda has managed to evolve an icon without diluting its soul. Whether you're a longtime fan of the Super Cub or someone just getting into motorcycles, this bike deserves a spot on your radar. That's been our full RideZoneBikes review of the Honda Super Cub 160 Enduro, a bike that proves you don't need massive horsepower to have massive fun. Let us know what you think in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe for more honest, detailed reviews just like this. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.